Good morning, dear students. How are you all? I hope you all are fine. So, as you know, day before yesterday we had started a topic major landforms, and yesterday and day before yesterday we have done three landforms. They are mountains, plateaus, and plains. So, today we are going to do our next landform, that is the river. A river is a large natural stream of water that flows towards an ocean, a lake, sea, or another river. So, what is river? River is a natural stream which flows from towards the ocean. Mean to say, it river or usually originate in the mountains and ends its journey into the sea or ocean. Means river mostly started in the mountains. When the snow melts in the mountains, the rivers originated and they flow towards the plain area, and from plains they go towards the ocean, lakes and sea or another river, and they fell down in the oceans. At last they fell down in the oceans. During the course of the journey, it passes through the different stages. When a river starts from the mountains, it not directly fell down in the sea, but before falling down in the sea, it passes through the three stages. What are the three stages? Now we will read about these three stages. The first stage of the river is its upper or useful stage. In this stage, the river flows rapidly down the mountain slope and cuts through the mountains, forming valleys, waterfalls, rapids, and canyons. What is the first stage? When the river starts from the mountain, this stage is known as the upper or youthful stage. So first stage name is upper stage or youthful stage. What happens in this stage? In this stage, the river flows rapidly down the mountain slopes and cuts through the mountain, forming the valleys, waterfalls, rapids. When the river starts from the mountains, see, mountains. Suppose river is starting from the mountains and here are more mountains are there. It passes from the mountains, making its way, and it makes the valleys in the way and the waterfalls and rapids. What are the rapids? Parts of the river which flow very fast. Rapids are that part of the river which flows very fast from the mountains. If you have ever gone to the mountain, you notice that the rivers which are coming from the mountains, which we see in the mountains, their speed of the water is very fast. So that place where the speed of the water is very fast, that is the rapid, and another is canyons. So these four features river formed when it flows from the mountains towards the plains, valleys, waterfalls, rapids and canyons. Now second stage. Second stage is known as mature stage. The second stage or the mature stage of the river begins as it enters the plains. In the second stage, the river reaches in the plain area. That is known as the mature stage. Second stage is mature stage. Here it widens as it is joined by the tributaries. When it comes from the mountains, it is not too much broad, but when it enters in the plain area, it is widens, and many other rivers join the main river tributaries. It deposits silt on its sides, making the land fertile. And as I told you how the plains are formed, when the rivers bring with them silt and sand and they deposit that silt on the river banks, then the plains are formed. So here the river deposited the silt and make the land fertile. The speed of the river decreases as it makes meanders or loops. In the second stage, the speed of the mature stage, the speed of the river is decreased and it makes the meanders. What are the meanders? When the river comes in the mountains, it forms it changes shape. It comes like this, so this is the river, and this part, where the people lives, this part is known as the meanders or the loops. In the second stage, the river forms the meanders and its speeds decrease. Okay, see, you can see here also this part, fine. So this is the meanders. Now the next stage, the third stage of the river is also known as old stage. The movement of the river becomes very slow. In this stage, the third stage is old stage, and in this stage the movement of the river becomes very slow just before entering the sea, because it's started from the mountains and it reaches in the plains, and in plain its speeds decrease, but when it reaches towards the sea, before falling down in the sea, its speed also decrease. It becomes very slow. Just before entering the sea, it branches out into many small streams called distributaries. Now, when the river is coming from the mountains, many other rivers are formed. These are known as the tributaries. And when from these tributaries more rivers are formed, these are known as the distributaries. Okay, main river, tributary, then from tributary, distributary. Fine. So, when these rivers fell down in the sea, they form a triangular shaped land. See, when the river is coming from the sea towards the sea, suppose these are mountains, river has started from here, fine, and it reached in the plain area, and from plains it is passing and it is forming a meander. It is forming meander, and here it reaches in the sea, and here when it fell down in the sea, it fell down in the form of triangular shape. So this triangular shape, when it fell down, the river is falling down in the sea. This triangular shaped land is known as the delta. And in India, there is largest delta, that is known as the Sundarban Delta, where the Ganga and Brahmaputra rivers fell down in the Bay of Bengal. This part is known as they formed a triangular shape there, that is known as the Sundarban Delta. We already have done in the grade 4 that the largest delta of the world is Sundarban Delta. And another example of the delta is Nile Delta in the Egypt. Fine. So this is all about the river stages. I hope you all understand till here. Next part we will do tomorrow. Thank you.